What's up, wanabiashara? Karibuni sana to Doing It Afraid KE. This is a safe space for entrepreneurs where we get to learn from each other, listen to each other's stories, seek inspiration, and have fun while at it. On today's episode, we have an amazing guest here with us today. He is a business person currently operating in Nairobi, and he'll talk to us about his journey all through business and how different circumstances have shaped his current position. So, karibu sana Ian Kiplagat, salimia watu.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I am honored to be here today to speak about my experience, to share, and maybe even to learn more. So thank you so much. I'm glad. Thank you.
Karibu sana. So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you grow up? Where did you grow up? Ukiwa mdogo, what did you want to be? I know most guys wanasemanga daktari, pilot. How was it for you?
I'm just an ordinary Kenyan. I grew up in a very simple homestead. I went to Uru Gardens Primary School, and then later on I went to a school in Uko Home afterwards, and then I went to African Nazarene University. And then now, I think life started for me at campus. Now I was curious about life. I grew, I challenged some of the assumptions that I had, the beliefs. And I think for me, that's who I am. And above all, Christ is my personal savior. Napenda Yesu sana. Ameniongoza. And I'm looking forward to be the best version of myself and to bring the gift that is within me outside to the marketplace. And that's who I am. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. What an introduction. So what events in your life led to you picking to do business, or you now choosing the journey you're in right now?
Okay. I think 90% of Kenyans, kuna hii term wanasemanga dynasty. And I think 90% of Kenyans, they're not dynasty. And I think for me, the tendency to want to be the best and to get and to have a life that is comfortable and to pursue and even to help others people. So for me, I think it's the curiosity that is within me. I tend to challenge it more and more. And even the mindset I have, for me, I usually go after things and I challenge a lot. And basically, that's who I am as an individual. Yes.
Oh, wow. So that is what pushed you now to taking business as a journey, like taking that direction.
Business-wise is curiosity started at the university. And I remember one time there was a program called Impact Week. And I was curious to know. So there was some few Germans who came to our school, and then they introduced a model called Business Model Canvas. And I was curious. So, there's a way of us, we usually do our business. And I was so challenged to see, like, for example, how these people carry out their business model. So I was taught, and until now I can now have like a structure on how maybe you can do something. And for me, that's how I started. And I believe for you to validate your idea, you need a structure, you need a plan. And that business model canvas program sort of gave me that idea and structure. Mm-hmm. And I later came to understand that the hole was so deep, the rabbit hole was so deep. Mm-hmm. Once you enter, there's so many other things you have to learn. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, you have to learn. And again, I learned about business in school. And for me, I just have to challenge the notion and the beliefs that I had and being curious. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So what business did you explore at that time? And is it the same as what you're doing right now?
Yes. Uh-huh. I was really passionate about technology. And I usually have this statement that I think digital education can can enhance the African education for an economic revival.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, that's my
In
mission
layman's
statement.
language.
I think we can leverage the power of technology to assist and to enhance our own African education for an economic revival.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are called a third world country. And for me, that terminology is not sound enough, because we have resources, we have people who are talented. The only thing that we lack is the structure and the approach. So such things made me to think otherwise. Yes.
So what exactly now is the business? Now, what is the concept behind the specific business you're doing?
Right now, I am working on a project, and this project is system engineering firm. Usually deploy systems in schools, like a school management system, a digital learning platform. Even we basically automate any manual function.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. For example?
For example, that one for digital learning platform. We also have apartment management system, where you can easily pay your rent through an app.
Okay.
And that's one. Another one is a lawyer management system as well. And it's a work in progress, I can say that. Because once you develop a product, the user tends to ask a lot of questions.
Okay, yes.
But I think the one that has gotten a bit of traction, and we can say, for example, we have really gotten some feedback about it, is the school management system. It's an integrated system from admissions to the class. And I think that's where my heart is. So I tend to lean on it so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was it for you setting up the systems, are you the one who's like developing the systems and everything?
We are two.
Okay.
For me, I'm mostly on the business side, business growth and development. But I think there's a new skill that I'm trying to have adopted. It's user experience and user interface. And so that's, but I can also code. Can try to code, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, sawa. So where did you was that business really capital intensive when you started? Does it require a lot of money, and if so, where did you get the capital?
The reason why I was interested about technology, because the factors of production, you don't have to have a land, you don't have to have a labor. So entry strategy for it's cheaper. And it's easier. And scaling up as well is easier. And there's a demand for it. And there's a demand for it. So that was the reason why I was curious about it. Yeah. So entrepreneurship it's a different ballgame.
Tell us about that. That's what you want to hear.
Because
now.
if you're going in for the money, then you'll be shocked. There's nothing like that. People want value at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's a value-based relationship. I have to solve a problem in order for you to give me value back. And that's how I can define myself. I am a man of value. I have to give value to expect value back.
Yeah.
And capturing value and delivering value to the marketplace, it's a process as well. And I think for me, we are on that process, and we have achieved some milestone. And we are truly grateful for those objectives that you have achieved.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you mind sharing some of the milestones you've been able to achieve?
Yes. There's a school, a couple of 10 schools. We have deployed our system.
Wow.
And we are happy about it. And you can see the feedback people are getting from it. It's something nice, because you're solving a solution.
Okay.
Like, for example, there's another school in Eldoret called Testimony. They were really excited about our solution, because now when a student comes and register, the process is seamless. Mpaka akiassigniwa a subject. So for us, that was something interesting.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess maybe can you just take us through the school system, the administration system? You never know, we'd be having a headmaster listening somewhere.
Okay.
So if you can tell us, just take us through how it works and the value it adds to a school or an institution.
Okay.
Yeah.
The idea behind it is just to automate and to make the process seamless for the teacher, parent, student, and the administration to have a platform where they can integrate all their systems, all their departments at one central point.
Okay.
And that for me is something that we can tap into. It's a value. And as well, we're looking forward where you can integrate a digital learning platform. Now, for example, you see there's some schools where accessing books is a challenge.
Yeah.
Accessing qualified teachers is a challenge. So you see, digital technology can play a role in ensuring that we deliver quality education. So for us, this is what is motivating us to give this value. We know that digital technology can never be a silver bullet where you solve all the problems in a school, but we have identified a part in the solution, at least in the learning activity, where we can assist. And for us, that's the value that you're trying to give. Yes, and we want to partner. We're looking for partnership with someone who has the idea, who has the numbers, because we're looking to scale up and to go beyond. Yes.
Okay. So you can say you're ready to pitch to investors, or you just open to partnerships?
Hata saizi niko ready. I am ready.
Okay, so Steve, if you're ready to invest, Rispa, if you're ready to invest. Okay, by the way, I have not mentioned the amazing team behind this production, the Blueberry team. Thank you so much. Anyway, so as we continue, I can see you have mentioned you have been able to reach 10 schools at the moment. How did you approach your marketing? What was your strategy, and how did you manage to close on these 10 schools?
I have to take you back.
Okay.
And you remember I said the business model canvas, and I think this is it's an interesting thing, and I think you can apply it even in your own process. And now the strategy that we used was STP model, where you segment, you target, and then you position your value proposition. And this is now the strategy that we used. But what I have uncovered, it's a very expensive process. So that's the reason why I'm saying, if, for example, I can have a partner who have a database of people, maybe schools, maybe have a value, we can have a communication there. So this is the model that you're trying to enter, positioning now this value to these schools. And yes, that was the strategy that we're using, and currently using it as well. Yeah.
So you are approaching them after now selecting the specific schools, or how are you doing this? You are going to their offices, or
legwork. Hapa tu ni kutembea. Hata kiatu yangu sometimes inawakanga moto, lakini ina shida. Tunatembea kutembea.
Okay.
Ni leads too. You're looking for the leads. You call, you walk into the office, you present yourself, you say, this is what I'm doing. Unamwambia, I'll give you a 3 months free. Sometimes there's a lot of bureaucracy. Mtu anakwambia, I have to wait for the BOG. But now this is the dues that you have to pay and you have to accept. So there are some who are willing to accept the idea that and are willing to accept us in. There are some a bit taking of time. But all in all, we are just patient enough. I think this is in a game too, you're slow too. Haitaki mbio.
Hey, it requires a lot of grace as well. Yeah, so you've mentioned that the kind of model you were using before was quite expensive. So it leads me to this question: how do you handle finances in business now? Because,
Financial literacy is very important. Every shilling has to have a job description. And if you can track every shilling that is coming in and every shilling that is going out, I think you'll be in business. And you cannot ignore that reality. So for us, even the customer acquisition cost is something that you have to look. How will this customer be able to pay back what you have invested in? Because we are putting in a lot of effort, we are putting in a lot of our money, we are putting a lot of whatever we have. So we have to quantify this energy and even the resources that we have, so that at least we can say, for example, you can break even at a certain point. So in terms of money, we are very conscious of the money, but we understand that good money will come. I heard yesterday, a good solution sustains itself. So at this point, we know that we just have to put in work. Yes. Putting in work, definitely, without expecting anything in return. Even if you are going on a loss rampage, still okay. Yeah.
Okay. So does this mean now you are you able to identify your financial position at the moment? Do you do accounting? How do you bank your money once you receive the money? Do you use bank accounts or do you use M-Pesa? What is the financial structure?
The financial structure.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. Once we receive a revenue or maybe a sale, we can track, we can say this is the amount of money being paid, and we have a package, a silver package, gold package, and a platinum package. So you tend to subscribe to the package that fits your need. So for us, if you can access a silver package, this is an entry package, it's 40,000. But now, if you want more benefit, an year subscription yearly on a yearly basis. But now if you want to subscribe to more benefits, for example, a parent app, a teacher, and now where a parent can access the performance of the student.
Oh, there's actually a parent app.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
So such even integration where you can integrate your financial module to the bank. That's another benefit we can add to you.
Okay.
And yes.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So the app integrates information, all forms of communication.
Yes.
To the parents.
I think gone are the days where you have to take your report card by hand.
Yeah. So they can just log in, check their daughter's results, and log out.
Live.
Wow. Hey, that's quite valuable. I've not been able to see that. I know at the moment a lot of people are using WhatsApp for communication. So that's such an interesting, Okay, so as we continue, I know this journey has. But how long have you been in business?
I was employed. I think we come from a point, our Kenyan culture, we come from a point where you have to go to work. Ukikaa kwa nyumba ati unaambia uko na laptop, unaambia unakuwa na mchezo. And I think I was employed, but employment wasn't for me. Unakaa kwa kiti unaambia kitu kufanya mazele. It's not bad, but for me I think my mind is iko huko. Na lazima I'm a free spirit. I want to explore, I'm curious, I want to know things. Yes.
Okay, so how long ago was that?
4 years. Okay. 4 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what informed that specific decision to quit? Is it just the fact that you were not able to receive instructions from someone else?
I'm sorry if it imetokea rude, but those were not my intention.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
It's a deep one.
Okay.
It's a deep one.
So, Ian, you've mentioned you quit your job. Take us through that journey. Why did you quit your job?
I had that experience for one reason. To chase what I'm seeing in my head. Because I knew that I had no commitment. I was sikuwa na family, any family commitment. I'm just a bachelor, and my costs are low. So the logic that informed me at that time was I can take risk. I can experiment. Because I knew, for example, if I have people who are depending on me, and I think that's a patriarchal role, and I'm not willing to let it go. I have to provide.
Okay.
I have to provide. And for me, I knew that I had to do some bit of gymnastic and to let go. So I had this idea of making a solution, which was the name of the solution was called Managed Solution. So it was a platform, a combination of a software account, a point of sale, and an inventory capturing tool. So that was the first company I started with. And I was so sold out to this idea until I wrote a letter to my supervisor, told her that now I have to leave. Then she asked me a very good question. How will you survive? Now the avocado thing came in. I knew if I go to Bomet and come back with avocado, like 2,000 pieces, I can afford a lifestyle.
Wow. Wait, you were actually dealing with avocado?
Yes.
The gold in Kenya?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
An interesting experience as well. I used to wake up around 4 in the morning up in Nairobi, naingia gari ya Bomet up to Bomet, nazunguka in Homestead looking for avocado because I had gotten an order here in Nairobi, and now we had to satisfy this order. So like for example, a week I was told to bring 2,000 pieces of avocado.
Wow.
So I used to bring like 10 bags kwa lori tu, unasimama kwa barabara, unainua mkono yako unasema Nairobi and then unaingia ndani. Sometimes we made loss, sometimes we made a profit, sometimes we didn't made any profit. But now the idea was to balance between now the idea that made you to think this way, never forgetting now where you had started, and to move on.
Yeah.
Afterwards, things now become a bit tougher, and even I think at some point even my mom was calling me and ananiambia, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. But I think that's the process now. You cannot go back.
Okay.
You just have to take it in. You take it in.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges you experienced during that time? Specific challenges.
Income. Without income, you don't have a life.
Wow, true.
Yeah.
True.
You can't even take someone out. That's serious.
Yeah,
and
true.
As a man, you have to have an income.
Yeah.
And now I was introduced to an incubation program. Now it solidified what I had learned in campus. And this program was called MRF, Mbugo Rosemary Foundation. Truly, truly thankful for that organization. It gave me structure, solidified the knowledge that I had, destroyed the knowledge that I had, and structured my mind to factory setting. Now I was a bit confident. I knew what I wanted. I met people. I made a new contact. I even now the partner that I have right now, the co-founder of our company, Keaton Technologies, we are together. And that's now the point where now the story continues and the narrative continue. And yes, I think that's now how the chronological order of my narrative goes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Hey, that's a very interesting journey. Specifically the avocado story.
It's interesting.
So are you still doing avocado on the side?
I left. It was a labor-intensive job. Okay. But agriculture is a good. I shifted. Now I'm doing potatoes. Nalima viazi. Okay. Viazi pia it's a black oil right now.
Okay. So you're doing that on the side as you continue pursuing the school tech system.
True.
Okay.
True.
Okay. Wow, that's very interesting. A few lessons maybe you picked from your workplace where you used to work. We're still on your previous job. Yeah.
I think for me, what I can amplify more is structure and discipline. An individual has a mind infrastructure. As an individual, you must have a mind infrastructure. And once you can never win outside an infrastructure. You can never compete when you're emotional. You have to have a structure. A principle meets a principle. That's how you win. And that is what I got from Kopo, my company, my former employer, and I'm truly proud of the organization. They made me to see how you can deliver a value to a particular segment that you have defined. How a lead comes in, how you qualify a lead, how you ensure that this lead meets your basic requirement. You see, there's a process to everything. And I think that's for me what I learned so far. Even now in terms of team, they're very disciplined people. You see their reports, teamwork, there's a flow, the agile nature of it. So I think now we can now see the advantage of having a strong company and how you can take your company to the next level. Even in terms of the culture itself was very amazing. It was a flat organization where you can now even have a chat with the CEO. It was a very, very, very warm place. And I particularly thankful for that. Because I came from a very conservative nature point of self. And having to such an environment, you have to compensate and learn and appreciate the liberal nature of things and such. Yeah.
Wow, Ian, that was an amazing session. I've learned so much on structure. I've learned so much on how to stay positive in business and how I should learn how to approach my challenges with the mentality of winning or learning a lesson.
True.
Hakuna ku lose.
True.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was amazing. You've given us so many nuggets of wisdom. Thank you. I know the people listening have learned a thing or two.
Sure.
So I know you have so much more to offer. Maybe you can share your social media handles and how people can reach you and also access your blog.
Okay. Thank you as well. You can simply find me on any social media platform as Kiplagat Arap Kosgei on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, any social media platform. On the part of blog, you can see a continuation of this story on my blog. The address is jitume.co.ke, and you can see more about this experience of mine. And I'm looking forward to help you move along in your process.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you. For us, you can reach us on Doing It Afraid KE on all social media platforms. On YouTube, you're also Doing It Afraid KE. Don't forget to subscribe and also reach us on all the streaming platforms. We are on Anchor, we're on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts.